Alright, so the thing I'm going to point out, and like I said, the bottom half looks good. This angle is a little bit off, so I can't see exactly what I need to see, or measure what I need to see. I can see it, but I can't measure it. Pretty much, if I were to draw a line from the hip to the foot, if I drew this line from a perfectly side angle, you would see that it would hit the foot, so you'd be in a neutral pelvis, which is what we want. Like this all looks good. That back leg is strong. The front leg is out. The front arm is extended, but the glove flip is what's basically what I'm looking at. And then I'll show you the other details that I see that are what I'm focusing on to make the next adjustment. So what it is, and then I'll go back to the hip hinge, why you look good in the lower half. So top of the leg lift, out of the leg lift, 1, 2, right here. All right, your hips are gonna be, they're slightly up. It's hard to see from this angle, right about there. All right, again, there's a round right there, which is what you want. So undo that, but then as I go into that leg, and before it starts to turn in, so it's still there, now it starts to rotate. So this frame, now we're here. All right, so you're going down and forward in the hinge, and that's what you want. All right, I'll clear that. But then what we're gonna look at on the front arm, all right, in that frame it gets extended. The front arm is fully extended. I'm putting a dot on your elbow, and then I'm gonna track the elbow. 2 frames, elbow, 2 frames, elbow, 2 frames, elbow. All right, so you go up and over to roll that elbow. And then when we go back on your other video, you'll be able to see the back arm. All right, but let's look at DeGrom. All right, full arm extended. Does he go any further? No. Here. 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 And then he starts his descent, okay? So he's flat and then going down, all right? He's using gravity to aid his rotation in his front arm. All right, there's other angles on him, so you can see it better. This, clear. Can I move this at all? Let's see. I think I can get another angle of him. I don't think he'll get it in this one either. He might. Okay, yeah. All right. So again, tracking the elbow. There. There. And rolling. All right. So it goes down, or flat and down. Is there a better angle after this? Yeah, here we go. Here's the best angle. All right, on that glove scoop. So even he scoops the glove. So we're going here, and then glove scoop. Elbow there. Elbow here. Elbow down here. All right, again, a flat and down with you, and I'll explain why this happens. View has shown. Do you want to save? No. Change to this one. All right. So if we go through this one, again on the glove scoop, elbows there, elbows there, elbows here, and now it starts to work its way down. All right, so it has a steep climb and then come back. And anytime you're going up, you're fighting gravity. What it does in the back arm, let's go front arm extension, next frame, bam, right there. All right, elbow back here, elbow up there, another climbing frame, another one, another one. And then now we're starting to turn the corner. All right, there's your flip up. And another thing, if I draw a line at your collarbone, your elbow is above the collarbone, so your arm isn't going to flip up as fast. It's not going to be as it's not in the joint. It's not going to be as centered. And I'll show you. I got this cool anatomy app. I'll show you it on. All right. But yeah, it does this much climbing before it starts to flip up, and that's just one, you're fighting gravity, and two, wasted time and distance. All right, so the reason for all this is, if we go to DeGrom, there's muscles right here that run like this, okay, and then there's muscles under that run like this. All right, I'll show you that in an anatomy app, but they're attached to the scap and the arm. So as soon as these contract, it's gonna pull the elbow this way and in line with these diagonal fibers, so it's gonna go down as well. And that's what you see with the elbow. Boop. All right, so the muscle fiber direction determines where you're gonna end up. All right, and in you, as you front arm extend, these muscles are extended, okay? That's why people talk about staying in your back hip. You're staying in a hinge so that when your pelvis clicks open, those muscles are activated. All right? So, right, yours activate pretty much right here, from this frame to that frame. And that's just, there's a lot, they could be activating sooner. All right, so if I go to this app, we're looking at these muscles. All right, so you can see how those muscle fibers run diagonally. And you'll pull the scap back or down. And then if I go to the deeper muscle, same thing with the motion. I need to hide that, fade. All right, you can see if I zoom in on that, there's diagonal ones in the front close to your abs, and then there's straight up and down ones that are gonna pull everything down. All right, so down and around is where the core is activated. All right, and that's where, if the arm is climbing, those core muscles are not the driving force of the rotation. All right, so that's why we're hammering rows. That's why we're gonna start hammering a combination of rowing and rotating, and pretty much with what you'll, and this is your driving force of rotation right now is momentum. That glove flip kind of knocks you off center, and then your body has to rotate to stay balanced instead of the rotation being a contraction on you. And when I say it's killing your torso rotation, it just means you're not rotating as fast as you can. So, like even with that band that we do where we hook it around your shoulder and you rotate that way, that's good. You use those muscles then, but whenever the arms are extended, it's a whole different mechanism to rotate. And this video of DeGrom is a little bit blurry, but the muscles are stretched here. That's what hip shoulder separation will give you. We're going here, and we're going, I need a top angle, but the hips and the shoulders are separated, and in the next frame they are starting to come back together. So these muscles right here are going to snap that arm back to the lines. And then you can see right here, everything is pinched and activated and contracted. So on you, it's kind of a tough angle, but you can see it. Your elbow is here, and then in the next frame, it goes down. So those muscles are contracting. They're just contracting late, and they're not contracting on time. And then you obviously the sequence of contractions is really the most important thing. But again, the bottom leg looks good, or the bottom half looks good, and you're not far off. We can do some certain things in training to really hone in the feel of this. And then what you'll see as you start to make the adjustments, that elbow won't climb, the glove will flip less, because I don't know if you ever heard it, but people say move from the middle or whatever, but it's just being able to contract your core while your limbs are extended, and then that's what's going to drive rotation and make it happen in very, very fast. So I'm just going to run both these videos together and see if we can kind of get I think he does another one after this, yeah. Where's he at? Boom, handbrake. Yeah, like your front arm is a little bit different than his, but the bottom half is pretty close. And just being able to contract the core and have everything, all the muscle tension in the core is the next step. So if I play this full speed, like, you're not far off. There's just minor tweaks and minor firing patterns that we need to get back at.